Should Malika Andrews be replaced on NBA Today, or am I just making too big of a deal out of this? Let's dive in. Now, first off, this is an opinion piece. So everything I say is the Sports Junkie's opinion. But what I think is Malika Andrews is really kind of full of herself and making NBA Today not about the NBA content and all the latest and trades and stuff like that, you know, and the games and the stats and the highlights. She's kind of pulling the show to kind of be about herself and inject herself all the time, which as an NBA fan, it kind of gets annoying after a while. Like, she always has to show how much of a friendship she has with Shanae Akumake. Like, it's like, that's cool, but like, what's that got to do with the latest NBA? And sometimes I think she just wants to be accepted and recognize that she's from the Bay Area, she's from Oakland, and she always has to reference the previous music cultural phenomenon, the hyphy movement. I mean, I love that being from the Bay Area, but it's like, we get it. Like, you just say you're from the Bay Area. Like, you don't gotta like prove yourself so hard. And she just tries to act like with like every NBA star, like she's friends with them. It's not just like a job and everything. And it's just like, come on, like, you're a respectable analyst and like correspondent. Like, we don't need all that shit. Like, she already has a perceived bias towards black NBA players where she criticizes them more harshly than she does any other race of an NBA player, which is kind of wild because she's African American herself. And she has been criticized about her tone for an NBA show where it's too soft and, you know, like that, where fans and her bosses want her to have a more edgy type tone, like the hot take energy and stuff like that. And honestly, the audience engagement, they've been complaining. I've been complaining. The complaints that she gets is that, you know, she really is making the show about her. Like, she'll just say some quirky comment that has nothing to do with the NBA that could be held for like backstage or whatever with her colleagues and stuff like that. And yeah, it's just that we don't need to know how friendly you are with your cast and crew. Like, it's good to have a good working relationship, but the bottom line is to push out the NBA content, the stats, the updates, and etc. Us fans, we don't care about you. We care about what we love, which is the NBA. And if she gets too many more of these complaints, these asterisks, you know, these bullet points of what she's not doing to get ratings, that's often when the network makes a change. So who knows how long she will actually even be there. For right now, ESPN recently gave her a multi-year extension, which means that they like her, they like the ratings that they're getting. But, you know, with too many more of these, you know, things, complaints happening, I gotta think that they might look elsewhere. But she looks like she's fitting in, but there's just stuff that, as a respected person that she is very accomplished. You don't need to do the extra stuff. We just want the content, spit it out at us, get it to us. And we don't need to know how quirky, how funny you are, how in with your cast you are. We just don't need that. Just get us the sports stuff out. I'm not trying to sound like crazy. Like, there's a certain extent you could be funny or whatever, but when it draws away from the actual content that us, the fans, are tuning in for, then it becomes a problem. Make sure you tell me what you think. Drop a like, drop a comment with your opinion. Should Malika Andrews stay on, or is she headed out the door eventually? Let me know what you think. And make sure, as always, subscribe to the channel, The Sports Junkie. Until next time.